Yo, what's up everyone? Idiot right here, you already know, bringing you another movie review. I'm here to talk about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Full in, full out, let's get straight into it. But the plot of the film is it's actually pretty complicated to say the least. But let me put it in the simple words in general. Ethan Hunt and his IMF team, pretty much his family, are terrified for a new weapon because it is against the AI. That's pretty much the concept of the film. That's pretty much what the plot of the film is, and it is pretty intense when you think about it, because Ethan is forced to consider that nothing can matter more than the mission itself. I mean, literally, not even the lives of those he cares about the most. Man, that's some suspenseful shit. Now, shout out to the director, Christopher McQuarrie, and of course Tom Cruise, who actually produced the film, as well as Christopher did too. You know, these two guys, first and foremost, shout out to the whole team, the film and crew. You know, even the other actors and actresses that worked on this film, like Haley Atwell, Rebecca Ferguson, Vanessa Kirby, Palm Clemente from aka Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy, Isai Morales, the villain who played the main villain who played in this film. I mean, literally everybody in this film. All I gotta say is that they've been working on this film since 2020, yo. I mean, I think even before then too, if I'm not mistaken, because Tom Cruise had a very busy and hectic schedule, and I think he finished Top Gun Maverick first before shooting this film, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This film was supposed to come out, I think, on summer of 2020, if not summer of 2021. It was successful in the box office. I think in general it made about 552.4, almost, I mean, literally almost 552.5 million. That's amazing, and it really did pass its budget, which is $291 million. Pretty much a lot. The fact that this film has been on the work since then, I mean, it paid off. I think, you know, it's so amazing that Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie really cares about the craft success of the Mission Impossible franchise in general. It all started with Mission Impossible 3 theoretically, but it wasn't until Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation where it really elevated this franchise for sure. Now, I am a huge fan of Mission Impossible Fallout that was released back in 2018, and it was a great Mission Impossible film. It's one of my favorites, if not probably the favorite of the franchise, at least in my personal opinion. But Dead Reckoning really blends in, and it's really cool. I mean, it's not a horrible film. Suspenseful as an action film, not as good as Fallout in my personal opinion, but it's still a worth watch film. I mean, Haley Atwell, you know, she brings her charisma in. She is pretty I thought she was a good addition in the film. There were at times where she was a little bit of annoying me, just to be honest with you guys, but I mean, but there were a lot of parts where she was so emotional. But that third act of the film, when she was so scared of her life, you believe in that shit, and I credit to her on that. Haley Atwell, I mean, pretty much doing her stunts as well. I mean, she was amazing, and I can't wait to see her in part 2. Rebecca Ferguson did her thing, of course. You know, I always loved her with her action scenes, especially. And then Vanessa Kirby, very modest, you know, so great to watch on the screen. She has a couple of funny parts in the film too. And Palm, aka Mantis, she was cool. I mean, she was alright. Another new addition in the franchise as well. Especially whenever she has her action scenes, she hardly has dialogue in the film, but I thought she was pretty cool. What I've learned is that she was a huge fan of the Mission Impossible films. That's actually pretty cool, and you could tell right away that she really loves being in this property. So credit to her, because, you know, she really does bring it. Isaiah Morales as the villain. I thought his character was in the past Mission Impossible films, and even my cousin and friends were asking me, "Hey, was he in the past Mission Impossible films?" And I said, I don't think so. I think he's also a new addition too. As a villain, pretty suspenseful as well. I mean, I didn't really like him as well as a villain, but I thought Morales was actually he did his thing too, and the fact that he did his stunts against Tom Cruise itself. Damn, Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames, so amazing. I mean, you guys really care. I mean, those guys you truly care about, especially since Fallout, Rogue Nation, and Ghost Protocol and whatnot. Especially in the third one, they've been together since. I mean, and you really and truly believe that they are family for sure. I thought Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 was pretty amazing as an action film. It really does blend in well with the suspense. And as a matter of fact, I would love to see this movie over and over again. I mean, it's so damn watchable. I would give it an A-. I thought the film was really, really dope. And by the way, I just can't wait to see it again. I mean, it makes you hype up for the part 2. And I really cannot wait what they really do in that film as well. Because, I mean, this was a slow build-up. Because the reason why part 1 didn't really work much for, not just for me, but I think for most people, was because this was, I guess, the most dialogue action film in a very long time for a Mission Impossible film. But I feel like part 2 will make it up for the action scenes, and it will be more suspenseful from there too. But it's still worth watching. It's still a great time in the theater, and you still really and truly care about the characters over and all. So enough said with that. Let me know what you guys think about Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. I cannot wait to what you guys really think about. Is it overrated? Is it the worst of the Mission Impossible franchise? Or is it mid-core? I mean, I would like to know about that, and I'm very curious about it. So, Eddie out for now. To the next couple of movie reviews, as you already know. And subscribe. Don't forget to do so. Eddie out for now. Thank you. Yeah. You already know. Bum, 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 bum.